Hey, we're back, Coon Prairie Ramblers. We're confabulating, and I'll listen to this. Oh,
no, wrong one.
Wrong one. Yeah, we're back, the Coon Prairie Ramblers. There we go.
Yeah, we're still like that bad penny. You can't get rid of it. And what time is it, Mel?
Hey, Ramblers and Ramblerettes. We got the KC, the Moonshine Gang. We got Dangerous Dave. We got Mel Man. And it's time for the F-bomb.
Here it is. Are you ready?
Luke's not here to help us for the F-bomb, so we got this one.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
I think that lacks something compared to Luke's version.
Let's do it twice.
Okay, we'll bomb them
We're
into oblivion.
bombing out with
We'll bomb them into oblivion.
Luke's going to be embarrassed when he hears this one.
If you could write your own legacy that would go on after you've died, what would it be?
I'm afeard it's already been written.
Well, we're writing it every day.
Oh,
You're writing it every day. Every day you're alive. You're writing it.
Yeah. But
in the hearts and minds
me to
of
pull out
others.
some of the positive things that I'm going to write.
What would you want? But what would you like? What would you like? What would you like them to remember about you? What would you want them to think? Not so bad, but surely we want to forget certain things.
There's so many bad things that they're going to remember about me. I wish I could go back and erase.
Yep. No. You can't do that. That's history is that.
I mean, I'm talking about way back, like about 20 years ago. There's something very embarrassing that I
where you killed a realtor.
No. Oh. No, and I'm even embarrassed to even mention. But I always think when you say that, I'm always thinking, I just wish I could straighten out the things that I messed up.
Yeah, but it's they always say that's water under the bridge, and it's history is just that. We need to move forward and all. So what we got to do is instead of trying to rewrite things, we need to maybe write over them and say, hey, I was this before, and I'm going to be this now. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better.
There's one thing that has been written in my book of legacy that I'll tell you about. At one time, a long time, 25 years ago, I worked at Myakka Stop Camp. It was a short-term offenders program for guys who it was just a 30-day program.
That's hence STOP.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, were you aware of that program?
Yeah, I saw it out there.
Yeah, I worked there.
You could see it right there on the.
That was I was there for 3 years. That's all the time I could spend there was 3 years. I mean, I didn't want to spend any more. But the 3 years I was there was very beneficial, very valuable. And there was a young man who there's two young men, two different stories. But this one man, I had a hard time with him. I mean, he was from the streets of St. Petersburg. He was a car stealer and everything, and he was recalcitrant. He was bad. So anyway, round and round with this guy. And one day we had a group where we sat under the teepee. The teepee was a tin pavilion, and this kid was my supervisor was leading the group, Mr. Webb. And this kid was kind of like flipping rocks. Well, he flipped the rock, and a rock came over towards me and landed right at my feet. Mr. Webb went off on this kid and just tore him up. I mean, verbally and everything. And then
the first thing you thought of was he who is without sin.
I didn't think about that.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This kid said to Mr. Webb, "Well, Mr. Webb, it was just a pebble. I mean, I wasn't, wasn't meaning anything. It was just a pebble. It was an accident, And Mr. Webb said this. He says, "Yes, but you did it to the nicest man in the world."
Who was that?
He was talking about me.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm sitting there thinking, a lot of times people don't give you a big compliment right in front of your face.
Yeah, really.
It's just I'm sitting there thinking, whoa, whoa, And but the thing is, when Mr. Webb said that, it kind of like changed a new paradigm. We had a paradigm shift in me and that kid in our relationship, because Mr. Webb told him that I was the nicest guy in the world, and all of a sudden it kind of like.
Were you nonplussed?
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, I was nonplussed. Yeah. You know, like this kid was bing, 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 you know, and all of a sudden, oh, he is. And all of a sudden we became friends.
Wow.
And we had a wonderful relationship for the rest of his stay there.
So from that little pebble came a big wave.
Yeah.
Those little ripples.
Profound.
And they're probably still. Yeah. That's good, though.
Yeah.
That's a good story. That's a good story to share with other people.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I wish that I could go back like you're talking about, but we can't. Only thing we can do is just from here on out, or try to make amends for some of the things that we didn't do or should have done or whatever And I tell you, I sometimes wondered through my career of law enforcement is if I spent my whole time carrying sand to the beach. That's kind of what I felt like,
Yeah.
And after that, and through the world of Facebook, I found out that I actually had a positive effect on several people, and I had a couple people tell me things, excuse me, that actually made me cry. That made me realize that and it was like you talking about, a little bitty thing.
Yeah.
Made a great positive difference in somebody else's life, and that they've actually used those examples to go on to help other people. So it's that little ripple sometimes. And I'd like to think that maybe there's more ripples out there that I don't know about. And maybe right now I'm still making some ripples that go. And I think one of the main things, if I could just write something to tell people about myself, that if I could write my own legacy, would be he tried hard and he failed. And he failed miserably sometimes. But he got back up and he kept trying. And he's been trying, and he's still trying. The book ain't written yet. It's still in progress. I'll continue to add to it, and hopefully it'll just get better and better. But the main thing is that even though I've failed miserably, I think I have bounced back and got stronger and just kept on going. I mean, I think that you can't – I think I can be faulted for a lot of things in this world, but it won't be from not trying. And it won't be from getting back up when I got knocked down, because I did. And I would think that was what I would hope. And I would hope that somewhere out there there's other people that have felt some help from the little thing I did. It might not have been a grand gesture. It might have been a small thing that I didn't even hardly realize that I had done that actually made a difference, a positive impact in somebody's life. And I'm sure I've done things that would have made a negative impact in some people's lives that they might have thought, he's a sorry piece of crap. But I hope that all in the end, that the good outweighs the bad.
Man, that's it.
Don't mock me.
No. Dangerous, Dave.
Hey,
lay some words on us.
I think back to the people who've influenced my life. And being an adult now, you kind of do a mental shift. When you're a child, you idolize this one or you idolize that one. As you grow up, you see them for who they are. They're frail human beings like the rest of us.
Yeah.
But even today, I can get into a situation, be it a television show or something happening in real life, and out of nowhere will come this humorous moment from my childhood or a word of wisdom I heard from my uncle or from my father. And it's like you can sift through all the sand in the pan and look down and find that one piece of gold. Now, that's my legacy. I hope that 30 years from now, when I'm gone and, my kids are all up and they've got grandbabies of their own, that they will see something or do something, and that one little nugget in the bottom of that pan will come back and they'll say, yeah, my daddy was right about that, or that reminds me of a humorous story about my dad. And I guess that's the only legacy I'm going to leave, because outside of that and Subway ticket for a free sandwich, I'm not going to leave nobody a whole lot. So.
I think that's good. I'm going to I'm in the running for that. I'm going to ask when you pass away, if I'm still around, I might be included in the
sandwich
raffle for the sandwich. No, I can't. I'm going to pass on it because I'm not eating bread anymore. So, but I can
gluten-free.
I can. What do they call that? Deconstruct.
Yeah, just pick me off a little bit of that ham and cheese. We'll let the rest of it go.
Yeah.
Give me the lettuce, tomatoes, extra jalapenos.
Come to think of it, have they done away with the free ticket at Subway?
Probably. It's been forever since I've handled the money.
Yeah.
It's like, around my house, it's like Daddy's got his money, and it's like, well, we need to. I just hand him the card. Okay, whatever.
My daddy, at the end of his life, when he told me that, we had a real rough time. I only knew him from the age of 5 to the age of 10, and then he was gone. I didn't know him through my teenage years, and I had a bad memory of him, during my teenage years. But when he did come back, it's a good thing he came back, and he came back with the expressed desire to try to make things right.
With some regrets.
Huh?
With some true regrets.
Yeah. He was very clumsy at it, but he did it in the best way he could. And it started out with when I was stationed in Guam during the Vietnam War. He sent me a letter, and basically it was an apology letter, written on a third grade level,
Right.
and so it was kind of like the beginning of coming back, and it's a good thing he came back because he died very soon after he came back, in a house fire. But he told me, I'm going to leave you some money. I got, when I go, I got a insurance policy, and I'm going to leave you some money. Well, it turned out it was all $200.
Oh, I got you going.
Yeah, but it ended up that $200
wouldn't have
paid for his
funeral,
his tombstone.
Yeah,
yeah. So we're down to 1 minute. But anyway, had he not come back, I wouldn't have had. He wouldn't have left a legacy with me. But he did come back and tried to make it right, and he was very abusive to my younger brother. Of course, fortunately, my younger brother didn't have any memory of it because it happened so young in his life.
Well, that's a
and they became the best.
That's the
way
we deal with things, and a lot of times we block things out that we don't want to remember.
Well, it's been good today, just Dave. I'm glad you came in to fill in for Luke, the rebel without a clue.
We thought we were going to have to ramble on between just me and Mel, but
Yeah,
you did a good job, bro.
Your doctor got you out of the office there?
Oh, I need to plug him for that, too.
Okay.
You need a good doctor in town. Dr. Logan, over there at Arcadia Medical's a mighty fine fella. He gets you in and gets you out. You promise him a free plug on the radio.
All right.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Feelgood.
See you later, alligator. Oh, wait a minute.